All right, Black Box Radio. Listen, guys, I say greetings. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in the South Carolina studios, but I'm always around the DMV. I'm always 10 toes down in Baltimore. My peoples. I just want to say greetings to everyone. We got something to talk about tonight, guys. You see that man, that young man over there? He's bringing the smoke tonight. He's bringing the smoke, but we're gonna get to
Literally.
him next. Literally. So I want to introduce myself. I'm Queen. I'm a host at Black Box Radio. We are a multimedia platform illustrating Black excellence. We platform Black people, we expose Black genius, and we disseminate information to our community, the Black community, but also the other communities. So the goal always of what we do is to platform the ordinary being extraordinary. That's what we do. Maybe 8, 9 times a month. We do Black Ting. We love Black Ting. We're Black people. This is an authentic, safe space for Black people, for Black business, but it's for others too. But we have to have a place where we can communicate authentically for us, by us. So that's what Black Bus Radio is. But tonight we're rolling into I've never talked to anyone about particularly like cigars or smoking. We've had the Black Canny, which is a festival which is a conference that talks about marijuana and the legalization and also the different modalities of marijuana and what it does. But this is our first on the other side. We're walking on the other side of the leaves. We're moving with another leaf tonight. It ain't a tea leaf, baby, but it's a leaf. So I want you I want you to introduce you to my guy, my brother, Bobby Burks Jr., the founder of Goliath Cannagars. Say hi to the people, brother.
Hey, Queen. Hey, everybody. Hey, Black Box family. How y'all doing tonight?
That's what I like to hear. So, we were talking a little off camera, and I said, you know what? I called you Rob. I call you Bobby. So what's the name thing? Roll that out.
Yeah.
What's the name thing?
Listen. First, shout out to my dad, who was Bobby Burks Sr. Right,
Okay.
so I'm Bobby Burks Jr. When I was growing up, my family called me a bunch of names. Some called me Bob, some called me Bobby. And when I got old enough that I, thought I had some say, I didn't want to be Bob. I dislike the name Bob so much, at least for me. I mean, other people, it fits them, but it didn't fit me. My
Okay.
dad had the cool name. He was Bobby Burks, right? And so some of my family would call me Bobby every now and again. But when I got a little older, I think maybe around high school, I went for Rob. And so for a long time, it was Rob Burks, right? And in my professional life, Rob Burks is kind of what I went by. But 6 years ago, my dad passed away, and he was
Mm,
an entrepreneur at heart. Like he had
really?
so few different businesses over his lifespan,
Okay.
and I think he would be uber excited to hear or to be involved with this Cannagar venture that I have going on. So when I founded it, I changed, or actually when he passed, I changed all my social media handles to Bobby Burks Jr. in honor of him. I didn't know it then, but it was therapeutic for me to hear
Yeah.
Bobby Burks,
Yeah.
right? To
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
hear his name, and
I
so
get it.
I went full tilt with it when I launched this venture, because this would be right up his alley. He would be co-CEO if he were here to help me with this Goliath Cannagars venture. So
I
Bobby Burks
love
Jr.
it.
is what I prefer these days. I will answer to Rob because I have for so many years, and for so many people, it's a little awkward when. But as long as you spell it right on the check, I really don't care what you call me, right?
You better know it. And for tonight, you're going to be the BBJ. So the BBJ is on the BBRs. That's Bobby Burks Jr. I'm fine with that.
Bobby Burks
So,
Jr.
yeah, and we always have to give love to our parents. We are seeds, and so it's
Yeah,
just a blessing that you have the same name. And so that's what we're going to call you tonight.
yeah.
BBJ. I done changed that. It's BBJ on my mouth now, but we're gonna go with Bobby. So that works for me. So listen, it's very interesting, with the tobacco game,
Mhm.
the smoking game, and right now the black folks and cigars. That's a mood, baby.
It's a movement.
That's a vibe. It's a
It's a
movement,
yeah.
and we rolling it. We have cigar large lounges. We are, you go to a party, somebody got a cigar in their mouth. I mean, when I'm telling you, it's a thing, it's a vibe, it's a mood.
It is.
And I have not had the pleasure to meet someone who's actually in this game. So when you when I met you, full
Mhm.
disclosure, at this party, and you had your cigars in your mouth, and you was like, "These are mine." I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
what you say they're yours? You bought
Yeah.
it? Where you get
I
them?"
remember that. That was
Yeah, and I was
420,
like,
I believe, right?
eggs. It was a 420 part. Exactly. I was like, what you
That's
say?
right.
And I
Yeah.
said, you know what? I still have, like I told you, I still have them. I said, I got to talk to this black man who is in this business that I've not seen many black people be a part of. So first,
Yeah.
for that, I want to say kudos. And second off, can you kind of tell us how you got here? How did you get it's a Cannagar, because you're not in the cigar business. Let's be clear. You're in the Cannagar business.
Right. That's right. It's a
Right.
Cannagar. It's a Cannagar. So a Cannagar is uh, imagine a joint and a cigar had a baby.
Ooh.
Yeah. Imagine if a joint, marijuana joint, and a
Yeah.
cigar had a baby. And what would that look like? It would be large like a cigar, but it would be cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little zen from it, but let me get into the details of what makes my Cannagar unique.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a Cannagar is a smokable cannabis product that is designed to resemble a traditional cigar. Again, the offspring of a joint and a cigar. With a Cannagar, many make. I'm not the one to have invented the Cannagar. There are other companies that make them, and
Yes.
many of them they make it with full gas marijuana, right? And
Mm.
because marijuana is still not legal at the federal level, you
Yes.
have to go to those establishments and purchase their Cannagar in person. They're not supposed to. Sometimes they do find
Mm-hmm.
loopholes. They're not supposed to ship them to you out of
Okay.
state, so you have to
Okay.
go there to get it. So, but the Cannagar that I make is made with hemp rather than
Mm.
marijuana. And the difference between marijuana and hemp is the level of THC. THC is
Yes.
the psychoactive ingredient that gets you high, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
got that euphoric effect that comes along with it.
It's the reason for the season, baby.
It's the reason for the season, right? And so
Yes.
that's the Cannagar, and mine is different because it's made with hemp, and
Mm.
I do that purposefully because the THC is 0.3% below, and it's not considered marijuana, although it's the exact same plant as the marijuana plant. It's the cannabis plant.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they harvest it before the THC level gets above zero point 0.3.
Yeah. Before it gets to that, and you know what? We're gonna get into how slick that slick move you put on the game where your stuff can be everywhere. I like the slick move. That's an entrepreneur move right there. But on top of that, so the Cannagar business it predates what you're doing. So I thought that this is something. So Cannagars are, because I started looking, there are Cannagar companies. So
Yeah.
you're not the first. So the Cannagar sometimes you're saying has actual weed in it. So it's a
Yeah.
pretty blunt.
Yes. Yes.
Mm,
Is
okay.
exactly it.
Yeah. So
There.
because it's not a homemade blunt, it's a pretty blunt.
That's
And
right.
you know, that's really what it is. Okay, so that exactly what a Cannagar was per
Yes.
se. Okay.
Yes.
And so now you are actually in the business with hemp, which
Yeah.
is before it becomes actually marijuana.
Yes.
Correct,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Next level smart man, because you have a product that you can't stop. It can go everywhere. You could
I can.
sell it everywhere. There's no regulations. That is a very, very, very smart move there, brother.
So specific.
How did you
Yeah.
think of that? How did you get to the hemp part of it?
Well, so it's kind of the universe smiling on me, and God kind of ordering my steps, putting me in position to be where I need to be. A
Mm-hmm.
friend of mine called about maybe 4 years ago. I
Okay.
was at dinner in Blanc, DC, and I ran into him, and he had moved to Oxon Hill. I knew him from years ago in Charlotte, and he was telling me about a hemp farm, and that I needed to come and visit the hemp farm. The hemp farm is owned by a Black woman in her mid to late 60s,
Of
and she was
course.
farming hemp, and I should come down. So that's 2019. 2019, the harvest happened September, October. I didn't make it that year. COVID
Okay.
happens in 2021,
Mm,
so she doesn't plant or harvest anything.
okay.
In 2021, he calls again, like, listen, you got to get involved with this farm. You need to come down. It's time to harvest. So I'm thinking, like probably many of us were thinking, the cannabis industry is taking off. We're hearing about this being $1 billion industry, and
Yeah.
we all want to get in on a piece of the pie, right?
Of course.
But how, right? How? So I said, you know what? This might be that opportunity I'm looking for, and this is my guy, right? He wouldn't steer me wrong. So I go down to the farm, right? I drive down to the farm. It's in the DMV. I'll leave it at that for security
Just
reasons.
leave it at that. But that's what I wanted to know. So it's not
Yeah,
far. Got it.
it's not far. So I drive to the farm, and she's got, lo and behold, over 100 acres, and she's farming. Yeah, right.
Got plants.
She's got 100 acres of her land, over 100, but she's farming about maybe 10.
What?
Queen, literally 5 acres is in her front yard. Like, walk outside her front door, her front yard.
Your mouth. So front yard is huge.
Huge.
Oh my
So
gosh.
she's got total of 10 acres that she's farming, part right outside the front door, another little part off on the farm. And then she's also got a bed and breakfast on this farm, right? And so a few of us, about maybe 7 or 8 of us, went down to help her harvest. Now, in 2021, I go down in October. So I'm down for the second part of the harvest, right? I'll tell you about the first part. The second part that I'm there for, we're actually stripping the buds of the hemp off the stem and putting it into these big old bales.
Whoa.
So you know how you're driving down a road, or maybe a rural road, and you see those hay bales rolled up on the side? They're massive.
Just like, that's how big the...
She had these big bags, I call them bales, 10, 15 of them we filled up from the harvest. And she...
So this plant grows very stealthily. The growth is thick.
It grows like trees, stalks as thick as my fist. Like, these plants get big. They can get to be 10, 20 feet if you grow them, let them grow. Wow. Right?
Okay.
Depending on how you breed them and all that, right? So we're down there, we're harvesting, and she is the sweetest spirit ever. She's giving the game about how you plant it, how you care for it, how you cure it. She's just dropping all kinds of pearls of wisdom on us. And we're harvesting. We get to the end of the weekend. I think I went down on a Friday. So here it is Sunday. We're about done. And she turns and looks at me and says, well, what are we going to do with all this hemp? So I turn around, I'm looking to see who she's talking to. She's staring directly at me. There's no one else is even in the conversation, earshot. She's talking to me. What are we?
The entrepreneur in the room. What was she thinking?
Oh, yeah. You don't ask Bobby Burks a question
you
like
don't
that.
ask a hustler, what we going to do?
What we going to do? So, I brought some home from that weekend, and I'm trying to figure this out because that is resonating in my spirit. My dad's spirit. He's, I can hear him.
It's all
saying,
over you.
Oh, this is the big one. You got the big one here. I can hear it in his voice. You got the big one here. Ooh wee. He would say ooh wee when he get real excited. Ooh wee. So I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm thinking to myself, well, she had already pressed it up into oils and creams. She had already done that.
So she's making like tinctures and products.
Yeah, she's already done that, right? So she's got that line going. So I'm trying to think of something, something different. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why not smoke it? Smoke it, right? And so then I thought, well, who would want to smoke a little joint of hemp? Well, you can't get high because the THC content is low.
Let me ask you a question quick. Is that like a BD? Do you know what BDs are?
I do know what a BD is.
Is it
It's,
something? Because we in college, that's the thing. BDs when I was
yeah.
younger. Yeah. Is that like a, you know what I'm
Ooh-wee,
talking
taking
about?
me
The
back.
BDs. Yeah, the BDs. So is that something in the same?
No,
Nah, really.
I really no. I shouldn't be so definitive when I say no. I don't really know what's in a BD,
Okay.
but
Because it gives you like this little like you're not high, but you have
you're not.
this,
Yeah,
you chill, you real
yeah.
chill. Yeah.
I don't know what's in a BD to be able to
Me
say
neither.
that.
We smoked enough of them. I don't know what's in
I-
there.
but I do know that the hemp that I offer in the Cannagar is straight cannabis. There's nothing else in it. I don't put anything on it. I don't sprinkle anything on it. I don't put any oils on it or anything. It is pure premium quality hemp straight from this farm that I'm getting from this black farmer.
Wow.
And the THC level again is zero point 0.3 or below. So you get a little zen. You can't get high because the
Mm-hmm.
THC is not high enough. If you are not a cannabis smoker, you might feel it a little more than some others,
Sure.
but you're not going to get high and be staring at the refrigerator for 3 or 4 hours. And
So it's
you
close to a cigar, but not a cigar.
right. That's right. So that was the idea. Go
Mm-hmm.
big or go home. If we're going to smoke it and you're not going to get high, then it should be an experience similar to that of a cigar,
Mm-hmm.
so that you
Mm-hmm.
can have you a glass of bourbon or a glass of wine or whatever you like to normally sip when you do smoke a cigar. You can smoke the Cannagar and have that same glass or whatever experience. You can have the similar experience. So
Got it.
I set out trying to figure it out. So that was
Mhm.
2021. I'm having this epiphany about how to do it. I go to the Marijuana
Yeah.
Business Conference in 2022. This is all about the
Where was
business
that,
of
bro?
it's the Marijuana Business Conference
Where
in
was
Las
that?
Vegas. Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
in Las Vegas. Okay.
Las Vegas. They do it every year. I knew that I wanted to bring this to market and I needed the inputs, the wrapper, the packaging, the machines to build it, to manufacture it. So I go to this conference, entrepreneurial minded, to find all the inputs to make this Cannagar. That's in 2022. I come back. I was on laser focused at this conference on the exhibit 4, meeting the people and putting together all the different inputs. And I came home with every input that I needed. So then it was just about follow
Mm.
up in 2023. So I settled on the name Goliath Cannagars, which has some spiritual implications there. David being one of my favorite characters in the Bible, I wanted
Yeah, I
this to be
wanted
a
to know
large
what did that
offering.
mean. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a large offering, giant Goliath,
Yeah.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of, and then the trade name was available, the domain, all that stuff just kind of fell into place for me.
Yep.
Uh, so that's 2022. 2023, um, I set out with prototypes, and that's just, having people to test it and try it and tell
Mm-hmm.
me what they think. And people were loving it and giving me great reviews and things of that nature. So I kept pressing
But let me
on.
ask you one question. How do
Yeah,
you
sure.
like choose your leaf, the leaf part? The cup, the hemp is inside. So how did you choose all of that? That came from the conference or you tested certain leaves? How do you get to actually enclose the hemp?
So I have to give some credit to our friend Monique. She helped me with identify that, because I happened to be at a party with her and was sharing the idea, and she said, "Yeah, go do it." And then she actually was doing some research and said, "Hey, you might want to look at this leaf here." And I did some research, looked at it, and it was a cordia palm leaf, and
Mm.
that was perfect, right? It's organic,
Okay.
it's natural, sourced out of
Mm-hmm.
Southeast Asia, and it just fit, right? Because I knew I didn't want any tobacco.
You
That
wanted to
was the
keep it
one thing.
all leaf and plant.
I
Yep.
wanted it to have its own lane,
Mm,
similar but distinct at the same time.
exactly. I like that.
And
Okay.
so the Cordia palm leaf was perfect for that.
It almost gives it an organic feel because you don't really, you really haven't sourced anything. You don't put anything on it. So listen, we got some vegan Cannagars out here, y'all. Look, come on. I'm a vegan.
Hey, come on,
Come
me.
on.
That needs to be my next campaign slogan there, right?
There you go. 5%, Bobby. 5%. I'm an entrepreneur too.
5%.
5%, bro. Yeah, 5%, bro.
I
Go ahead. So,
understood. Yeah.
so all right. So I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, that's
So
okay.
I wanted to know about the leaf. So then so you're back. Monique has put you on. You got this product. You test marketing it. Go from there.
Right. So 2023,
Mm-hmm.
I'm near ready. Like I wanted to launch in 2023, but it wasn't quite ready. I had some kinks to work out, needed to get the packaging just right. And
Okay.
here's for all the viewers, here's the package here too. Right. And
That's
so
sexy.
I needed that to be just right. And so I took my
Mm,
time and a
that looks
lesson in
nice.
patience. It's ready when it's ready, not when you want it to
Mm-hmm.
be ready. Right. That's quite
That's
like
it.
God, right? He moves on his time, Kairos versus Chronos. So I was,
Yes.
wanting it to be out and ready. So people are testing and trying and giving me feedback. I'm making it better every time I do it. I make the package better every time I get feedback. And so I go back down to the farm in 2023. This is September 2023 because I need more hemp. I had gone through everything that I bought from her over the course of that 2 years. So I go
Okay.
back. This time I go down for the harvest is cutting the plant out of the ground.
Oh, oh, the first part.
This is the first part. Remember, I told you I
You
missed
did the
that part.
second.
I go
Yes.
down for the first part this time, and it's cutting the plant out of the ground. And it's a formula, a science to it that you have to cut it out of the ground before a certain date, or else the federal authorities will say, well, it can't be hemp. It's
It's weed
THC.
now.
Yeah, it's weed
Mm-hmm.
now. So that
Mm-hmm.
was an experience cutting it down. Now, Queen, this is what she hit me with this time. Last time she asked me, what are we going to do with all this hemp? This time I go down there and I'm showing her the prototypes. This is what we're going to do with all this hemp. Her face lights up. She gets all excited. She's now giving me different insight about growing it and how it cures and all the different ingredients, CBD, CBA,
Yep.
CBG, all the different things that go in. And then she says this to me when we get finished this time. She says, "Okay, you let me know when you want me to plant you an acre." Right. Yeah.
Because she has 100 guys. Let's be
Yeah.
clear. She can plant you a few of us an acre. My goodness. So this is an entrepreneur. This woman is an entrepreneur. We know this because she has so many different movements she's doing on her land. So now she's ready to partner with you and supply.
Yes.
I'm like, wow, you're a fortunate guy.
Listen,
You're a fortunate guy. The
I
ancestors is working for you, bro.
blessed and highly favored, Queen. Blessed and
Yes,
highly
you.
favored.
I love that. So she said, "Let me know when you want me to plant a whole acre. And if you don't know your eye can't see as long as an acre, I promise you, an acre is a
It's,
lot of space, baby.
it's a lot of space. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a lot of space.
It's a
It's
lot
a
of
lot of
space.
space. So
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 now, where are we? We
so
you're in that acre. Where are we?
coming soon. I'm hopeful that everyone listening will go to the website and buy
Please
so that I can demand
put it in the
will then
chat.
try to supply. Right, right. I need the help of the community. I need the
We're
help.
putting it in the
So
chat right now.
where we are now is um, we we launched the website in June of 2021 or 2024. So just this year. It's only
Mhm.
been about 4 months since we launched. When I met you at the 420 event was kind of the pre-website launch activity. It was the first time that I had set up a table or was
Really?
making it an offering available to the public, right? So
I didn't know that, but you were aggressive. I'm like, he really want to get rid of it. But this is your first. I was wondering why. I was like, this guy's
listen,
aggressive about these. He ain't playing with these dead. I was
this
like,
is
what
not a
is it about
game.
these cigars? He's like, this is not a game. He's like, call me. I'm coming on. We're gonna talk about this thing. I was like, what is it? But now I see you were at you were at the
This
beginning,
very
loving
beginning,
it.
very
Okay.
beginning, and I
Okay.
still
Very
kind of
beginning.
see that. I still kind of see June and the launch of the website as kind of a soft launch, right? I
Mm,
still see it as kind of a soft launch. There's still more feedback to get and more improvements to make. Like I'm making improvements all the time. And just one notable for those who might be watching and have experienced a Cannagar, that when I manufacture it, I have to crumble the herb up really fine. And if you're not careful, it's
mm.
not like a cigar where you can take a cigar and flip it up or down and things of that nature. The flower will fall out. Sometimes you roll your blunt and then at the end it's still open, and if it's not rolled tight enough, some of it will fall out. So there was a cotton ball that I used to close off with the silicone cap. Cotton ball
Hmm.
silicone cap, keep the flower from falling out and to protect the end because it's a fragile product.
Okay.
But so with working with the manufacturer of the palm leaf, we now use hemp paper at the end that's folded in to keep the flower from falling out. So little slight
Very smart. Smart though.
innovations, is
Yeah.
yeah, it's happening. It's evolving over time. It's exciting to see it unfold.
Hmm. Listen, I'm intrigued. Um, if you don't know, I'm in South Carolina starting a farm. And so it's so amazing what I'm hearing. And it's just this is beautiful. And we have to farm for
Yes, we do have.
food. Everything is
Yeah,
a seed, even the human. And so we have to find a way to cultivate seeds. I mean, it is what it is. And so I'm so intrigued by this conversation, but this like 100 acres, you don't know how hard that is to have. First of all, it's a
yes,
blessing to have that much land, and just slowly, not even work all of it, just work it. You know what I'm saying? Work it as you want to work it. She's working it like she want to work, and I love that. And she's also looked like she's done some research. She understands the plant.
oh yeah,
A lot
absolutely.
of yeah, a lot of people want to smoke. They're not thinking, but it's a science to this thing. It has medicinal properties. It has a lot of different things you could think. So many things you could do with a plant. And God is so great that something grows from the earth that they've actually demonized that it can be such a blessing in so
That's
many
right.
ways. And so you're actually using an iteration of it, which is amazing. You found a niche that I'm just really really like Bobby BBJ. You the man, bro. I'm rolling with you, the man. I'm rolling with you because I like that you found a space and a space that is non-stoppable. That's
Yeah,
what I like about your entrepreneurship. Weed is not marijuana is not legal everywhere for consumption, but
right.
hemp
The
is
hemp,
is very hemp is a different animal,
the
and
2008
so,
Farm.
huh?
Yep. Yeah, so the
Yeah. So,
2008 Farm Bill
yep.
make classifies hemp as or cannabis that's THC 0.3% below as hemp rather than marijuana, and it can be shipped in the mail and transported across state lines, right? And so one of the reasons why I was adamant about using hemp rather than
Mm-hmm.
marijuana was because we got as a people, as a culture, we got boxed out of grow licenses. We got boxed out of
Oh,
dispensaries
yes.
license.
A lot of us are still fighting to try to get
Still
in.
fighting things, right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
um, what I envisioned was establishing the distribution network using a legal product, so that when it does go federally legal, we just tell Doc to leave the plants in the ground a little longer, change the
Let them
flower.
stay, baby. Let them flower. Let them flower, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's because it gives you options. The
yeah,
longer you have another product, At the short end, you still have a product. It makes it a very viable situation. Listen, I see you, brother. I see you. I love what you're doing. And to segue into that, we have someone in the chat, Ryan Vaughn Williams. He's an Oregon farmer and he wants
Okay.
to collab with you. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Ryan Vaughn, I want to hear what you do too. Listen, you can go to blackboxradio@gmail.com. I mean, at gmail.com and drop your information, or I can put the link in the chat and you can come on in the end and talk with us. Have no problem with that. But we would love to hear, because I would love to hear about, the farm, and also you guys collabing. So it's always good to get other folks who is willing to get into the business, and farming is a beautiful thing. It's a
Yeah.
connector.
I
He's
agree. I
absolutely,
agree. I
yeah,
definitely want to consider other farmers because,
you
supplier
need
diversity
options.
thing, right? And if there's a bad
Exactly.
girl at Fox Farm, then for whatever reason, because she's farming outdoors, right? And so that's subject to the weather and the elements, things of that nature. Mother Nature
Absolutely.
is pretty fickle. So there should be another, I should have another relationship with another farmer, perhaps one that grows indoors
Mm-hmm.
to really be diverse in the supplier.
True.
So I'm open to that. I'm open to
Me
that.
too. I'm
Definitely.
absolutely open to that. He said, I'm gonna show. Let me get the branding off here. It says, I'm an Oregon farmer. That you see that he put in here. He said, and this is what he just wrote, which is amazing. It's all about the irrigation in the end. Harvest is a 3-part process: a buds, viable, smokable flower, bee buds, smaller buds for pre-rolls, whole plant by combine machine for trim for concentrate. Look like he's in the business too.
Yeah, yeah. It looks
And
like you know what you're talking about there.
I see you, Ryan. We
Right
see
there.
you then. Yeah, drop your please drop your information. Or I can put the link in the chat. If you want to put the link in the chat, I could do that. You can come see us for sure. But this is a great conversation. Great conversation. So I want to say something too, Brother Bobby.
Mhm.
When it comes to, farming is a beautiful thing, but even this industry, you look at a lot of industries, Black people we can't, they're past us. The
Mhm.
internet came and dropped down. We missed the .com. We missed a few things because we out here 10 toes down trying to get it. Sometimes
Mhm.
we're in survival mode. Survival, you get away from a lot of things, but to get into this business here, well, we
Mhm.
don't even have half of the U.S. that have legal license. That's legal yet. Is a great space, and then you get into the business at the legal end.
Mhm.
You learn it from that standpoint, and
Mhm.
whatever comes from here is butter.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm,
You don't have to worry about some of the. I go through the airport with it all the time.
hemp,
Yes. Him. When
no stopping, no problems.
no stopping. So we talked about cigar culture and how it was a movement. Just last month, I participated in Atlanta Cigar Week down in Atlanta, Georgia. Week
Mm-hmm.
long festival things. I took all my product with me, and it's in carry on luggage.
See,
They're not
tell me what other product you can do with that. No
right, right.
problems.
Yeah. Now, of course, I got all my paperwork together so that if
Yes,
they
of
is
course you got to have paperwork. Mm-hmm.
this is what it is, and I've got all the tests and things to prove it. But it's because it's legal, because I'm doing it the legal way. I don't have the headaches of worrying about packages getting stopped and things of that nature. And to that point, I'm on there's an approved list with the Postmaster General for the United States Postal Service. So
Oh,
I'm on that list. My business is registered there. They
and
know
they can pull that right up. The
they can pull it right
TS.
up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they know who I am, what I'm sending,
Mm-hmm.
all that. So everything's above board.
Listen, I'm telling you, if this ain't a great niche, and I'm telling you, I'm so glad you went. Cause you could have
Right, me
missed
too.
you would have missed the opportunity, bro. I'm so glad you went. I'm like, wow. And so with this product, are you looking? So what's next? So tell the folks
Yeah,
particularly what you have. The type of products you have. So
right.
let's see the cigars. Let's see that. The Cannagar, excuse me.
Sure. So I make it in 3 sizes. Right. There's
Oh,
a 3 gram. offering,
Oh,
right?
okay.
He'll smoke for about 30 to 35 minutes, depending on, how aggressive you are with your pulling, right?
Got it.
Um, I affectionately call him Davy Boy, right?
Davy
Yeah, so
boy.
that's Davy Boy. He's 3 grams.
Yeah.
Then there's a 5 gram, right? And
Oh,
so just to put it, give you perspective,
oh, that's
Davy
the
Boy,
big, that's the
3
big
grams,
brother right there.
right?
Sure.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
call him the MC for middle child, the MC. He's 5 grams. It'll take about maybe good 45 minutes to smoke him.
Okay.
And then there's Big Sam.
Ah, Sookie
Right? Yeah, and just to put it in perspective for you, Big Sam is,
is big.
yeah, he's big. He's
He's
10 grams.
big. Ooh.
10 grams. It'll take you about 55 minutes, maybe an hour. If you just sitting, on the deck or on the porch or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, you got your glass or something and you just chilling. It smokes like a traditional cigar. If you put it down in the ashtray, it'll go out. And then you light it back up again, right? So
It won't
uh,
waste, y'all. It don't waste. I
and
like
then the
that.
silicone cap is to kind of keep the end safe, as
Say.
and then
Mm-hmm.
and if when you're done, if you're not finished with it, put it out all the way, and then you
You
can
can
put
recap it.
you put the cap back on it.
Love
Yeah.
that. So Davy Boy, MC, and Big Sam.
And Big Sam. Yeah.
Hmm,
So now,
okay.
in terms of product line, right? So right now I'm using the Rosella strain. Rosella is a hybrid indica sativa strain,
Hmm.
and it really aids in calm and focus, right? So when you're smoking it, it it really, if you were high already, for those who like to get high, and
Mm-hmm.
won't bring you down, it'll just kind
Okay.
of even you out, right? Give you calm and mellow, but it won't bring you down if you're already high. Again, you won't get high either from smoking it. You'll get zen buzz, and if you're
Mm-hmm.
not a cannabis smoker at all, you might feel it a little more in others, but again,
Sure.
not something that's going to make you unproductive or anything like that.
My So you could tell these to everybody.
Yeah.
They so them. I love it. I love it. So are you looking into different offerings like smaller or like almost like little cigarettes or what I'm saying, like smaller different
Like the pre
types of
rolls, the
things.
smaller.
Yeah,
Um,
like smallers or something like that.
at the moment, no, because I purposely wanted to differentiate this product from the
Hmm.
pre roll market,
Got it.
right? Because the
Hmm.
pre roll, I think the largest you can get is, of course, you can get bigger anything, but um, like 2 grams, I think, is like the largest that most pre roll companies will offer you in a marijuana offering. They have
Hmm.
little small ones. They call them dog walk joints or dog walkers, where you're
Them
out
little
smoking
joints.
puffs,
Yeah,
real. I wanted to stay away from that segment of the market and
and I
feel
get
again.
that.
I see a gap in between the cigar and the marijuana smoker
Hmm.
as a complement alternative to those smokable products. And this 3 gram was the smallest that I wanted to go purposefully.
I agree because one thing with pre rolls, there's no uniformity. You might have, one might be bigger, one might be small. You just don't particularly, you can weigh them, but they might, I see yours, it looks like a cigar. So it looks uniform, it looks clean. I
Yeah,
kind of understand the presentation of it,
yeah,
is unit and you need that consistency of the look.
yeah.
So I like that. Brother Ryan said, love it. Those are some fatties. So I like you said that, but yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying with the pre-roll. You are starting this lane for yourself. Do you know
Yeah.
anyone else doing something like this?
I
Have
know of
you
the
seen some folks doing this hemp and the cigar movement, emulating cigars, but not?
not emulating cigars. They
Mm,
were smaller. So that I did find one company that offered a pre-roll hemp
Okay.
offering. It was larger than the 2 gram. I think it may have been three and a half,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a cone shape. It looked like a larger pre-roll. But I've
Okay.
not
Okay.
found anyone who's offering it in the form of like a traditional cigar.
Yeah,
Now
you
that
haven't
doesn't
seen
mean,
them that sexy. Yeah.
but
I
I've just
haven't
not.
I haven't seen anything like this. So that you made them sexy. So that that's what's up. So when you came home and you brought this tremendous idea to your family, what did your
Yeah,
family think?
you
Your
know, my
wife,
wife kind of
what
looked at
did
me. She kind of looked at me a little bit. You know how we we're talking about animals and dogs. You know how sometimes dogs are cock their head to the side. She kind of gave me one of those, like, what?
what are you talking about?
What is? But she kind of knew. She knew when I was going down to the farm. I kind of told her about the opportunity, and so it wasn't a complete shocker. But when I got serious about it and told her, like, look, I'm making an investment in this. Then there
Mm-hmm.
was the questions came. Well, what is it? How does it work? And she's a nurse practitioner, so with a DEA license.
Oh wow.
So she gets and understands controlled substances and things of that
Yes.
nature. So that made the conversation a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
because
She know where it
again,
sits. Yeah, she know where
yeah,
it sits scientifically. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't a big pushback. She was like, let's get this Goliath going, brother. Let's make it pop. So
Listen,
that's great. That is
yeah,
great.
support has
Because
been there.
sometimes you bring things in and like, listen, we're not getting
Yeah.
in the leaf business, So, and really, did you know anything about it? Did you have any pre-knowledge? Were you like, or is just something you wanted to do, or you just wanted to get into business because you're an entrepreneur?
A little bit of everything. I wouldn't say that I was an expert
Mm-hmm.
on what is it before I got into it. I think my learning curve has been vertical, particularly about all the different um, aspects of cannabinoids and how they work within the body and
Yes.
how you take them in and things of that nature. I'm still learning. I don't profess to know it all. So
Mm-hmm.
what I've tried to do is surround myself with people who know more than me about it, right? So like I talk with Doc a lot, and she gives insight about the plant and its
Okay.
medicinal properties. And then there's an organization that we should all know is the Minorities for Medical Marijuana. It's an organization, a nonprofit organization. They specialize in educating
Hmm.
and finding and promoting equity within the cannabis space. Um, Met them out in Las Vegas when I was there, and um, Jodeci Gonzalez has become a good friend of mine. I talked with her a little bit about the plant or the venture that I have, and
Mm-hmm.
she dropped some knowledge too on me about the medicinal properties and things of that nature. So it's definitely a learning curve, but I'm in it to learn it, right?
I know you're in it to win it, so you got to learn every piece of it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's amazing. That name threw me off. I said Jodeci, Casey and
Right.
Joe.
Right. I know
Okay.
when she calls and I see her name in the caller ID, of course I got to sing "Forever My Lady," and
Yeah, I was about to say we got
yeah,
the yeah, that name is very interesting. So, oh my goodness. So you are like really doing the damn thing.
yeah. I
So
mean,
yeah, we leafed up.
yeah, that's right.
We got leaped up. And when you first saw the product, because you have these visions, you said you had a prototype, but now you had like almost like a finished product. What are you
Mhm.
thinking to yourself? Do you like, heck, I'm peddling this is a million, I got millionaire buds around me. What do you think about what you're doing?
I'm thinking,
Honestly.
honestly, my focus right now is scale up,
Mm.
continue to innovate, make the product better,
Yep.
um, make the experience for people better. So I'm open to I'm open to constructive criticism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Feedback.
Yep.
If anyone has an experience that's not so becoming, I want to know so that I can make the product better. Because next for me is mass scale production. I'm getting lots of inquiries from cigar lounges and places saying, "Hey, can you do bulk orders?" And the
Mm.
answer is coming soon to a doorstep near you, right? With the
Okay.
bulk.
With the bulk
This,
orders. Okay.
this I'm going to Las Vegas this December in a couple of months with the purpose of now finding the equipment that'll allow me to do volume. Right. So I'm thinking, you know, this this may be the retirement game for me, right? I'm thinking, how do I work for myself? Because if you want to really want to build generational wealth, I don't want to get into a financial services seminar right now, but if you really want to have the type of wealth that I think we all want, it's working
Hmm.
for you. How you got to do that, right?
You
And
got to do
so
that. Yeah.
this very well may be that lane for me. So and
Hmm.
I'm here for it.
That's beautiful. When you see something, you make a prototype, it comes into fruition, and now you sit down, how do I scale it? It brings a lot of possibilities. And as an entrepreneur, all we do is create possibilities. That's the goal, is to continue to create the possibility, because the hustle you have, you just continue around that possibility. That possibility can be so many different things. And so what I'm hearing from you is like, you're here with this, with the hemp, but it's got, if it stays in the ground, we got a whole new movement. And if we got a seed game going, we got a lot of little things going on. So I really I hope you're encouraged and continue, because I'm excited, like it's mine. It's like Goliath is.
Well,
I'm really excited.
I'm glad you said that. Excited like you
Yeah,
sure. I
I
want
am.
you and everyone else to be. Um I am unapologetically black, right? And I
Mm,
know the value of the black dollar. And if it would turn over in our community like it turns over in others, we'd be better off for it.
all
So
day.
this is going to sound cliche, but I tell you, I mean it in earnest. I see Goliath Cannagars as the people's product. Again, they boxed us out of grow licenses, boxed us out of dispensary licenses. So
Yep.
the way I set up the business model to market and distribute Goliath Cannagars is to offer a piece of the pie, a piece of the profit for anyone who wants to help in a grassroots effort move and push this product. So what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by that is I set the website up where I can track the sales based upon certain codes given to people who are in agreement with me. And I will then share the profit based upon the volume of sales. Right. So just to
Mm.
give you an example, right? Someone sells, $10,000 worth of Goliath Cannagars, they get a X amount. Let's call
A
it a 30.
percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get a percentage of that. Okay.
Then up to, 50 is another split, and then up to 100 is another split. But
So
all
the
of that,
more you sell, the more you get. In other
right,
words, yeah.
right.
Okay. So
So
you
if
got grow
any,
license going on. You got a grow license. I love it. Got your
exactly,
own grow. Got your own grow license. That's what's up. That's that.
that's how
That
I
is.
intend to share the wealth from
Mm-hmm.
whatever comes from this with the people who want to be in concert with me, and I want that to be as many of us as possible because, again, we got boxed out, and I kind of see this as the back door to the cannabis industry that we can still have a piece of the pie.
I totally love it. So like marketing, because I see the purple. That's
Yeah,
That's the African color, bruh. And
yeah,
I see you. I see you all day. And so I see
yeah.
the packaging, purple and gold. Listen, I see. I
Royalty.
see the. Yeah, that's royalty. That is. So I'm looking at you like really emulating the blackness going on here. I see you. I saw the picture you sent me. I'm looking at your sweater. I know what we're doing here. We talking black. So that is a amazing thing, because I love the coloring. Are you looking to do events, or to like, since you did your first table, is that something that, because when you want to push something like this, you got to touch the people.
That's right.
And
That's
the first thing you did was give me one.
Right.
And so I thought that was the smartest thing that I was able to take. You gave me the product. I still have it. And that was the reason why I could still talk to you, because I see the product. So are you going to continue to like do events and things like that?
That's right. Yeah. So that is that's the plan, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
the event I met you at, there was an offering a table. We had a cabana at an event.
Mm-hmm.
Um, any outdoor rooftop events where there's a space that I can come, and or any of my associates can come and set up a table and display the brand and make the sale.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're open for it. So far, we did the event, the 420 event. I did an event, a wine tasting event. Some family in Cleveland, Ohio had one back in August. I went and set up a table and chair. Um, Here
Nice.
in Baltimore, a good friend of mine, Dave Kauser, has events. He had a festival in September. I went to his festival, set up a tent. Shout out Dave. And then Atlanta Cigar Week, right?
Yep.
We have a couple of tables there. Next week, University of Cincinnati, homecoming for me. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but went to
Really?
Cincinnati. Yeah, went Cleveland,
Okay.
Ohio, University of Cincinnati. So homecoming, my
Mm-hmm.
brothers and sisters in Cincinnati are like, hey, you got to come and share the Cannagar with us too, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to share there, and so looking for those events that will allow me or us to set up a table and share the product with the people. Absolutely looking to do that.
I love that. I love that. And we're going to talk a little off the mic about some of that, because it's very important that we can spread the love in the South in these Republican states. That's going to take a while to get marijuana where it needs to be. And
Yeah,
so, you know what I'm saying, bro? So it's opportunities.
yeah, I hear
And
you.
in these type of states who are very kind of, rigid, they're gonna get break. The money is gonna come, but it's not
Mm-hmm,
here now. So there's a market for that type of product
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
in the southern states. And so that's something that we'll talk about. And then black does black. We gotta collaborate.
That's right.
We gotta lift each other up, and so I'm very inspired by this, and I'm telling you, that's why sometimes you got to just show up, and you show up, and you don't know what the ancestors got for you, and so the ancestors laid you something beautiful in your lap, brother,
Listen,
and not only that, you did it, you packaged it,
I was ready. I didn't
yes,
quite know what it was going to be. I kind of felt it in my spirit. It was going to be something.
yes.
And so, yeah, as
And you
soon
got
as
to be ready for opportunity. You
right,
can be present, but you got to be ready to scale an opportunity. And all she said was, "What we gonna do with all this hemp?" You said, "What?
and that's all
What?"
she needed to say. Yeah, that's all she needed to say.
Look at
She
you
asked,
came up when she said that. Like, what you say, lady? I know. Don't be saying that to me.
yeah, you
I mean,
must not know who you talking to.
I got something to do with this hemp.
I
And the
will
thing
figure it out. Yeah,
and the
I will
thing
figure it
about
out.
it is, this lady knows the business, and she has the
Oh, yeah.
land. She has the
Like I said.
land.
So here's the other thing. If you picked up on this, she's got a bed and breakfast on the property.
I heard that
So
already, because we're gonna
I'm,
talk about
I'm
that off.
yeah,
I
I'm
already
thinking,
heard that part.
come on down during the harvest, stay at the bed and breakfast, cut down your own hemp, smoke it on
Huh.
the property.
Where is my bags? Let's them know that we stop
You
playing.
ready to get packed up right now?
Bro, stop playing. So because I have to see it. And not only that, is a lot of times when you conjure these beautiful things in your mind, like me, I want to do sustainable food. It's very important, to our food chain with black people eating and consuming, and whatever we consume, if we're consuming the plant, it needs to have an organic consumption. And so it's very farming to me is important. And to see someone doing it on that level is
Yeah,
what I need to see, and sometimes you need to see it to know you can be it.
that's right.
And so just to be in her, around her and see, and drop them jewels, that's what's up. And
It's valuable.
you got it. It's time, lay that on me. I need some of that. And so I'm really enthused at what you're doing. I'm like, listen, keep it up, keep scaling. We're gonna talk about ways to distributorships and movements. Get in touch with some, and look at the Black Farmers Association too, like on a scale, because they're everywhere, and they can, they have land, and they can definitely help you in this, because you also need sources. You never know with weather, hurricane, whatever. You need to, if the crop gets messed up here, you have another place.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's important, is to get, because I think once you really get this up and rolling, you're gonna have it'll give a cigar lounge, it'll give a tobacco spot another lane,
Yes.
another
Yeah.
whole sexy lane.
Let me say this to
Go ahead.
the cigar lounges out there. This is not a competing product with a cigar, right?
Hmm.
This is a complement to the smoking experience. And so there are
Hmm.
going to be some people who only want marijuana, some people who only want cigars, and then there are going to be those in between. For
Hmm.
those, your cigar smokers who also smoke marijuana, this is just one more offering that you can give them to enjoy in your lounge. So it's not trying to take any business away from what you're already doing. It's a compliment to add to what you can sell to and bring other people into your lounge. So please, um, invite me in. Let me show you what we've got. Let you try it out and have some of your patrons, your customers to try it out, and then we can all do business together.
Love it, love it. And so tell the folks how to get it.
Yes.
Drop that website. Let's go.
Yep. The Goliath Cannagars.com. Goliath,
Spell that.
Goliath, yeah,
Hmm.
Goliath, Cannagar, Cannagar.com. And then we're on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Goliath Cannagars,
Hmm.
and not quite, don't have the YouTube channel yet, but those social media sites will get you
It's
there, and
coming.
you can order it on the website. And if you see me, I've got some on me. It's a trunk of the
All the
car
time.
still works all the time.
All the time. So tell us, like, okay, price range. How's that work? Like
Oh
Davy
yeah,
Boy,
yeah,
MC, and Big Sam. See, I
right.
remember. I
That's
got it.
right. So Davy Boy, 3 grams is $7.99.
Okay.
Um, the MC middle child is 11.99, and
Okay.
then
Great.
Big Sam 10 grams. 10 grams is 14.99.
Oh, reasonable.
Yeah, reasonable. Absolutely
Very
reasonable.
reasonable. I love that. I know sometimes you're gonna have exotic sexy, and that's gonna be all right when you hit them, you hit them hard with little exotic movements. I love it. So I love the space. I've never really indulged in a cigar. Not a tobacco smoker. Don't do the smoking, and so I think other options within the same arena with the same look
Hmm.
is very attractive. Like, why? What's that cigar? It's not. It's a Cannagar, baby.
Right,
And then it's a conversation speed. Well, what's that? Okay,
right.
but this is what it is.
It,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
for the people who still want to participate in those smoking events, but for whatever reason, the marijuana is not for them. They don't want to get high. The cigar is not for them because of the nicotine or tobacco or whatever. This is something that they can participate. They can consume and participate in the event like everyone else. And
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I would be remiss if I didn't send a shout out to all of the ladies, Queen. I did not see this coming. I promise I did not. But the
What?
most enthusiasm, the most engagement, the most orders, the most support have come from women.
Really?
Yes. Yes,
Ha!
absolutely. Yes. I I would have I thought this was gonna be a man's product. That's why I
Let me
made
tell
it
you
men.
something. I've seen so many women with cigars in their hands.
Listen,
It is a move for women now. I never in my life seen women smoke so many cigars. They are in this game. They like it. They're buying it. They're becoming connoisseurs of it. I'm. There are going to be some women-owned cigar lounges coming up. I promise you.
yeah, I
It's
don't
coming.
doubt it all. There's
Mm-hmm.
shout out to the She Smokes Too movement that embraced us down in Atlanta.
She
Hashtag
smokes too.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Hashtag to all the ladies out there that are blowing heavy. Goliath Cannagars embraces you to try a Cannagar. Right. So
Wow.
I didn't know that was going to be it, but again, the most important enthusiasm have come from women. They tell me that the smell is tolerable. The taste
Oh.
is tolerable. Um, it's an easy pull. It's not harsh on the throat. You're not choking like you might do if you were smoking full gas, and you're not getting high. They don't necessarily want to get high. They're health conscious,
Mm-hmm.
and this is organic with the cordia palm leaf and the pure hemp. And so
Yeah.
they list these are all the things that they told
It
me
checks
that
a lot of boxes. Yeah, I
this
love that.
they
Yeah,
like.
because
Yeah.
women want something more chill. Not, we don't want to smell like it. Cigars sometimes can have that smell. I haven't smoked this, so I don't know how it smells, but that makes sense. We're always looking for something that's different.
Mhm.
That comes. So yeah, that makes sense. Listen, so you should look at that. There's a lot of women organizations, and they meet women. Women meet up. You got to look to get in table at some women events.
Absolutely.
uh, and kind of move through that, but that was something I didn't even expect.
Hey,
Wow.
listen, like I said, blessed and highly favored. I want to say that this is all my brainchild, but I know it's him that's looking out for me and making a way. So
Yep, the ancestors are busy and God is great. that
yes,
that is that is definitely, it puts you in the right place, because if you didn't get your tail of Virginia and somebody called me, I would have beat you there, bro. So that's definitely a good thing. So we've been here an hour, and I am just very excited about your product. This is
yeah,
the BlakBiZ segment. We definitely platform Black businesses.
yeah,
It's important for us to understand where our businesses are, define what the businesses are doing, and support the business. Like I
absolutely,
said in the post, support is an action word. So it's a verb. So we need to act on that. Support Black business, and just understand that financially, if we don't work together, we can't work apart. So
yes,
it's very important for us to invest in each other, in the
absolutely.
products. And so I say to everyone, go to goliathcannagar.com,
Mhm.
pick up a Big Sam, hit you up an MC, and give somebody a little Davy.
This, Wayne, thank you. Let me give you your flowers too for this
you,
platform
you're
and
welcome.
shouting out Black businesses and all that we do. Kudos to you for doing this. Thank you. Absolutely.
You're welcome. I'm a Black business, and I know we need spaces. We don't get a lot of calls, so we definitely need spaces to talk about our stuffs. And so Bobby, you got a nice presentation going on. You're doing it all. Let me see your packaging again, so people know how it looks. Let's see that packaging again. Look at that, sexy brother. That's
Mhm.
nice.
With,
You
with,
go and
with,
you say, I want a Java Dutch. I want a Goliath. I want a Goliath, baby. Look at that's a big old pack. I like that. Got information on that joint. UPC code. Look at you. Got it closes, reopens. Look at you. Doing the damn thing. So
Thank you.
that's amazing. It looks good. I'm telling you, it looks good. It looks like you took some time. You really, really invested in your
Detail.
product. That's what we have to do. So listen, guys, go on goliathcannagar.com, pick you up something. If you want to, you can drop, you can talk to you too, right? You can leave.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
You-
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
they
could.
can
Yeah,
leave.
especially join the website, the newsletter, and
Okay.
stay in contact with us. Absolutely. I'm
Okay.
watching social media. I watch the comments and will respond if you reach out. This all of that is a good way to get in touch with.
Oh, love it. Love it. Listen, the new, the new sexy guys, Cannagar, Goliath Cannagars. That's the new sexy. Get sisters. Get on the website. Go get you some. Let's make this brother a superstar. So I really appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate your time, my
Thank you.
brother. This is what we do. I want you to leave a jewel with the people. Leave Bobby's jewel.
Bobby's Jewel.
Yeah, leave a jewel. Drop something.
we have to make the dollar turnover in our community 13 to 14 times like it does in others. Let's support Black businesses, whatever it is. If there's a way that I can support your business, let me know.
I love that. That's it. We got to support each other. If you want other support and you're not supporting your own, what is that? What is that? So you got to start at home first. So listen,
Right.
I love what you're doing. Keep it up. We're going to talk a little bit off camera. Guys, get in touch. www.goliathcannagars.com. Pick up, pull up, and leave a comment too. You know, if you tried the product, give the brother his kudos. So Bobby, bless you. Keep
Thank
going,
you.
brother. Thanks for, and you got to come and give us an update. You know, when you get your real
Oh, yeah.
grown in section, you got to pull up and you got to pull up and talk to us.
Will do.
All right. So
Will do.
listen, we are boxed up and out. This is the BlakBiZ series. We're on tomorrow, guys. Our segment every Thursday with Dr. Daw, a Black psychotherapist. We're going to talk tomorrow to conscious community. So come through tomorrow at 9:00. Dr. Daw is in the house. We're going to lay it down. It's the digital healing hour. Come to YouTube, hit us up. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We boxed up and out. Let's get them deuces, brother. We're gone.
Peace out.
We gone, guys. Good night, Black Boxers. Don't go nowhere, Bob. You stay there.